Hey Android fans, it's Eric from hollywoodfrodo.com with another Android app review. Today I'm going to be talking about a cool, simple app that I just stumbled upon in the market called Home2 Shortcut. It's not the most creative name in the world, but what it says is exactly what it does. Home2 Shortcut, which basically allows you to add special programming to your hard press keys on your phone so that you can use them to launch other applications or shortcuts. I think it's ingenious. It's very simple, it's very basic, but it's really, really cool. Now, depending upon what home launcher you have, it may work a little bit better or not. I have ADW, and ADW sometimes has to redraw itself because Android kicks it out of memory. And in order for this app Home2 Shortcut to work, basically what you do is you set it up as your home launcher, and then within it you select your actual launcher. But if you're using, the launcher that came with your phone, like HTC Sense, for example, those launchers, because HTC wants you to love Sense. So Sense is like hard-coded into the memory of the phone, and Android doesn't kick it out. It's set up not to kick it out. So it'll probably work even better with if you're using the stock launcher versus a third-party launcher. If you're using a third-party launcher, then since you switch your launcher to this app and then set your launcher to launch as just another application, you might run into some problems with your launcher having to redraw things. It just depends on how many screens you have, how many widgets you have. Is your launcher crowded and busy like mine kind of is? And there are other workarounds to help with that, but just know that if you're using the stock launcher, it should work without any problems. If you're using your own launcher like ADW or Go Launcher or something like that, you may or may not have redraw issues. Well, it's also going to depend on how much memory you have on your phone. I have an older phone. I have the original Droid Incredible, so I don't have as much memory as some of you with newer phones. So it may be more of an issue for me than it would be for you. Anyway, it's an awesome app because of what it allows you to do. And I'm going to stop talking and get on the phone because I want to show you how cool it is. Okay, so here you have the Home2 Shortcut app right here. I'm going to go ahead and launch it and show you the inside of it before I show it to you in action. As you see, when you open it up, you're greeted with simple instructions. This application starts your favorite application by double tap on the key. Home key to home key, home key. So double tap on the home key opens an app. Home key, quick press the search key. Home key, menu key. Home key, back key. Long press of the search key, or long press of the camera key. I don't have a camera button on my phone, so I can't use that, but if you do, you can use that. First thing you do is you decide, when you double tap home, what app you want it to open. Have it set to open Evan, which is a really awesome voice control app, the best out there, and I'll be reviewing that soon. So that's if I double press the home key here. Step 2, you choose the tap interval. There are various settings. You can choose very, very short, very long, short. I chose short, and that seems to be working pretty well for me. And then 3, you choose your home launcher, because ultimately what you're going to be doing, you're going to be setting Home2 Shortcut as your default launcher in Android. So then you tell Home2 Shortcut what you actually want to be your home launcher, home application, so that it can then launch that application. And then step 4, you press the home key, and since you've installed a new launcher according to Android, because Home2 Shortcut's seen as a launcher, it'll open up a box and ask you what launcher do you want to use. You select use by default and you select Home2 Shortcut. So basically what you have done is you've replaced your launcher with Home2 Shortcut. and then you use Home2 Shortcut to launch your launcher. If that's too confusing for you, don't worry, just trust that it works. Now you can hit other key settings, and this is where you can choose what you want the other keys to do. Once you are inside of here, if you choose application, you can choose installed applications, shortcuts, or plugins. There is a plugin for this. I don't have the plugin because it's not something that I need right now. Or you can just set it unused if you don't want to use it. But if you hit installed applications, it'll take a minute to bring up your applications, but eventually it will. Alright, and you see a list. It just lists the names. It doesn't give you the icon, just the names. But I'm going to leave it with what I have, which is flashlight, because obviously if you're setting something to shortcuts, it's usually going to be things you want quick access to. I have the home back key set as HDR Camera Plus, because I don't have a dedicated camera button, but this way I can really quickly get to the HDR camera that I have installed. And then this is really cool. One thing I love is that it allows you to use shortcuts. A lot of people don't realize how advantageous it is when an app like this does allow you not only to launch applications, but to launch a shortcut, because shortcuts can do really cool things. You could set it to direct dial somebody, so that if you press the home key and hit the search button, it immediately calls someone. You could set it to direct navigate. You could select a folder, if you have folder organizer on your phone, so that it could open a folder on your screen of whatever you put in that folder. I mean, a lot of cool things you can do because of shortcuts. What I chose to do was a tasker task. If you don't know what tasker is, don't have time to explain it in this this review, but suffice it to say, it allows you to control almost every aspect of your phone. So you'll see in a minute how I use tasker to get it to do something really, really cool. So let's go back, now that I've shown you this, let's go. As you see, when I click my home button, it takes me to my ADW home screen, just like normal. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here so you can see the hard press keys I'm pressing. But you can see it's ADW, just like normal. That's because even though Shortcut to Home is set as, or Home to Shortcut is set as my launcher, it is also set that when I press the home key, it launches ADW Launcher. But if I double tap the home key, then it's going to open up my voice action app, Evan, as you can see, and it's now trying to listen to what I'm trying to say, which isn't going to make any sense. But anyway, let's get out of that. If I hit the home key and then the menu key real quick, it brings up my flashlight. That's something that you may want to have really handy. So that's why I decided to set that to that. Like I said, my phone doesn't have a hard press camera key. Plus, usually, depending on what I'm taking a picture of, but my favorite camera for, still photography is HDR camera. So if I hit the home and the back key, as you can see, you have to do it in the short interval that you specify. And as you can see, it's opening up. You can't see anything because there's black underneath here, so my camera lens is seeing black. If I lift it up a little bit there, you can see that it did open my camera. And this is one of the coolest things, because I created a tasker task that not only opens my video recorder, but also immediately starts it recording, so that I don't have to press any buttons. So if I hit home and then search really fast, it's going to open up my camcorder, and as you can see, it's recording. Now that is, again, it's recording black because that's all there is. If I hold it up a little bit, you can kind of see. But yeah, so that's Tasker is the app that allowed me to create a shortcut that both opens my app and starts the recording immediately. But thanks to Home to Shortcut, I can link the hard press button to a shortcut and specifically to a task or task shortcut. So that's what this app does, and that's why it's so cool, and that's really it. It's very, like I said, very simple and straightforward, but I love that now these keys can be used to launch apps and shortcuts quickly. So maybe you're like me, and you were looking for a way to remap some of those hard keys to use them for other things. And if you're like me, you found that there really isn't a way to do that. There is. I did find something on XDA, which was a button remapper, but even it only allows you to remap buttons to do the same thing that buttons are already set to do, pretty much. You can't set them to do anything you want. You can't set them to launch applications or random applications, or especially not shortcuts in your phone. So with this app, Home2 Shortcut, you set it up and suddenly your hard keys have an extra function. Now you get, depending on how many hard keys you have on your phone, and if you have a camera hard key or not, anywhere from 3 to 5 extra functions with your hard keys, which, as you saw, works really well, and it is great for those things you want to get to fast. So anyway, that's Home2 Shortcut. Again, it's in the Android market, and it is free. So pick it up while you can. Give it a try. Again, this is Eric with hollywoodfrodo.com. If you like this review, please click the like button. If you like my reviews in general and you want to be updated about future reviews, then click the subscribe button over there. If you have questions or comments or complaints, then feel free to leave a comment. I do read the comments, and I will get back to you as soon as I can if you have a question for me. You can also visit my website, which is hollywoodfrodo, F as in Frank, RODO.com. All my video reviews are posted there. And until next time, have fun with your phone, and have fun playing with Home2 Shortcut.